All you need to do is take it to
We're
them,
getting
and
close.
they get to guess how big around she is, and they get to cut it off wherever they think it is.
That is such a beautiful clock. Wow. What does that say? It says quiet, no ticking. Why wouldn't you want ticking? I like ticking. It reminds me I'm alive. That would make such a beautiful Christmas gift. Just insert the pictures of your loved ones. That's such a beautiful cup. It looks like Santa's trudging through a storm to get the Christmas tree to the children on time. Something is upsetting you, it's going to show on camera that something is upsetting you. You can't hide anything from the camera. Hi everybody, I am so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi. I hope you had a wonderful week, and I'm a nervous wreck. My littlest grandbaby Quinn is going to be born C-section on November 13th. So yeah, I'm crazy, I'm insane, I'm anxious, I'm everything. I'm so excited. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go to Big Rapids to help out. So if you have any extra time and want to send some well wishes or prayers, you know, for me and my family, it would be so appreciated. And I know you will, and I know you have. And today I want to do something really fun, something that I have never done before in a video, and it is doing your favorites. Not so much my favorites, but your favorites. And if you're thinking, well, how is she going to do that? Well, you know, when I talk about something I love, there's usually a link in the info box, and you click on that link. Well, anyway, you know, Amazon, magic links, reward stuff, I can see what you're buying, and I can see what you're buying month after month, year after year. So what I decided to do was take a look at all the stats and put together a list of your very favorite products or clothing or whatever that I have talked about in 2019, and see what you are buying over and over again. But it just couldn't be that. You also had to leave me a comment, you know, like, oh my gosh, I got that jumpsuit. I wore it to my daughter's wedding and I felt like $1,000,000, you know, something like that. So there had to be a comment or a private email or message of like, oh my gosh, I tried that serum, and you know. So that's what I'm doing today. I came up with your top 10 favorites of 2019. And I also wanted to include, you know, I share with you some tips, you know, here and there. But there were 2 tips that I shared with you that you actually used the word game changer. So I want to just go over, I consider those your 2 favorite tips that I gave you in 2019. So I thought, well, okay, one more time, I'm going to go through your 2 favorite tips that I shared with you. And both of them, oddly enough, are about makeup. And that's certainly not my expertise, but you liked it. So we're just going to go over it again. So thank you again for being here. So now let's do your favorites. So let's start out with hair, because you do ask me an awful lot about hair, and I want to show you what you've been buying month after month. And the number one thing is shampoo. The shampoo that I use is the John Frieda Highlight Activating Shampoo, and you love it. And you're buying it like crazy. This is a shampoo that activates the highlights in your hair so you can kind of stretch out those salon visits. So I love it, but I think you like it even more. And as far as hair masks go, you know, I never started using a hair mask until 2019, and I love it and you love it too. You are buying the Amika Soul Food hair mask, and you are using this more than I, because I hear from you and you tell me that, you know, twice a week you just, you know, light the candles and you keep the conditioner in your hair, because this is $20. This is a $20 treatment at the salon. You can get this whole tub for $20, so you buy that a lot. The other thing I wanted to quick mention is the leave-in conditioner. This is by Alba, and this is wonderful. This has lemon and argan oil, and when your hair is a little damp, you spray it in, and it makes your hair smell so good, but more importantly, it gives it so much shine, body. Your hair will hold a curl, and I don't know, it'll rotate your tires for you. I don't know, but you know, I have never actually talked about this before, but I just thought I would throw this in because I love it so much. You know, I see every week that so many of us are buying carrot oil and rosehip seed oil. I mean, that's like a staple. I don't even have to mention that. You know, that's just, you know, that's like buying, you know, stuff we need, you know. But what surprised me is this is rose oil for our body and our hair, and I tell you, you have bought over 300 of these bottles this year, and I love it too. And this is a rose oil. You don't put this on your face, but this is a rose oil. This is by Into the Garden. And, you know, I think I only mentioned this maybe once or twice. I guess I did photograph it a lot. It smells like heaven, and you can put it anywhere except your face. You don't want to put this on your face, but it's like a perfume oil. I tell you, we got some sexy gals here, because you have written me that your boyfriend or your husband or your dog really likes this, and it makes your skin so smooth, but it also, you know, kind of acts as a you know, a scent, a perfume. So when you walk out the door, you not only are hydrated, but you smell just like roses. Okay, let's get really serious and talk nail polish. Now this I didn't base on what you were buying. I based this on your comments and your emails. The one that you love is Tea Time by LA Colors Gel, and you can only get this in the store at Dollar General. And the reason I think everybody loves it, what you've told me, is it's such a unique color. You've tried to match it, you know, with OPI and with other higher end nail polishes, but this color, it's one of a kind. It's incredible. All right, next up is the Eva Naturals Eye Gel. And in the last 10 months, you have ordered over 1,000 bottles of the Eva Naturals Eye Gel with cucumber. And from what you are telling me, you love the price point, you love how large the bottle is, you love it that it has cucumber in it. It takes down the swelling of your eyes. But what you tell me that you love the most about this particular eye gel is that the company recommends you not only put it around your eye, but you use it all over your face and your neck. So you're finding a great continuity with that, and you're seeing some wonderful hydrating results. You know, we've had a lot of fun with serums, and we've come up with a couple good ones that we're all buying. But the number one serum that you have bought and rebought and then bought again is a serum from Eva Naturals called 10 Actives. And I don't happen to have that serum right now because it's sold out. And I am going to order it. I do see that it is available now, so I'm going to order it today. It has aloe vera, it has CoQ10, it has arbutin, and arbutin for me is so important, and it's so powerful. So 10 Active Serum by Eva Naturals. I can't wait to get it. You know, years ago I watched Tammy from Tammy's Ageless Beauty, and she did a whole video on a pumpkin mask that was about $60, and the results were just beautiful, but I couldn't afford it, so I did find a dupe for it, and I found the Adelaide pumpkin mask. This runs about, I think, $20, and this is a new one. This is a glycolic mask. It's very hot. It's very uncomfortable, but the price is right, and it really does the trick. So this is for exfoliation. It's hot, it's uncomfortable, but it brightens you. But this is not a mask you would use for hydration. If you have age spots and you're worried about discoloration and age spots, this is the mask for you. This is the mask you would want to do once a week. It's very powerful. The price point is great, and you buy this every single week. You know, there's only one thing from Sigma that you buy, and you buy on a regular basis, and this is the Sigma Aura Rosa powder. You can use this as a blush, a bronzer, a glow, a finishing powder. You can do whatever you want with it, but the reason that we're all buying it is it blurs our pores. I don't know how Sigma has done this, but you just kind of put it on your cheeks and it's like, where'd my pores go? I have no pores. So Sigma, yeah, this was an amazing favorite of yours, and it's a favorite of mine too. You know, I had so much fun trying out foundations for the more mature woman in 2019. But you weren't buying any of the foundations that were high-end. The only foundation that you bought over and over and over again was a shock to me, and it is the Covergirl Trublend Matte. Only it's not a matte. This is a satin finish. Or if you mix it with, you know, an illuminating primer, it can be anything you want it to be. I am in shade L90. I love this foundation. I have it on today. Lots of coverage, never lets you down. This comes in, I don't know, 2,000 shades. Of all the eyeshadow palettes that I've talked about, the one you really love, the one that you buy all the time, is the Maybelline Lemonade palette. And I think one of the reasons we love it is because the colors are very subtle, mostly mattes, but there is a real pretty shimmer called Strawberry in here. And can you see that? That is such a really, really pretty lid color that I think that's one of the reasons why we love this palette so much, because that's just such a beautiful lid color. All right, this is Matte Drama by Milani, and it's not a wine, it's not a red, it's a berry type color of a lipstick. And I think, you know, the Milani Matte Love and Matte Drama, those two are my favorite lipsticks, and they're your favorite lipsticks too. Here, you buy them every week, and I think one of the reasons that we love them so much is the colors, again, are so unusual because they're a berry, and a berry lipstick is almost impossible to get. In the last 6 weeks, more than 200 of you have bought the Arabica coffee scrub, and not only have you bought it, you've reordered it. You're giving this as a gift for Christmas. You love it. I love it. What can I say? You know, I want to show you the two most popular pieces of clothing I showed you all year. And you have bought these, you have written me about them. But the first one is, and I think this is so ironic, is I did a video on the boho look, a boho lookbook, and the only thing in that video that sold out and then they came back and it sold out again was the one thing that wasn't boho. It was the one thing that fit me, and this is by Connected. This is a very kind of slinky cocktail dress. think the item that you bought the most, and this is something that I truly learned, is you have to have a beautiful black jumpsuit. You just have to. It's the law. And another thing I learned is that make sure you try to get it in the most expensive material that you can afford. But I picked up one that wasn't very expensive, but I loved the cut, and you did too. You bought over 100 of these jumpsuits and you're still buying them, but this is just a plain black jumpsuit, and you know, I just paired it with a whole bunch of pearls, and it looks so elegant. And you wrote me and you told me, yeah, you know, I wore that to the party and my husband said I never looked so beautiful. I promised you that I would share with you the 2 favorite tips that I gave you that you seem to like so much, and you called them both game changers. So that made me feel really, really good. And the first one was I got a lot of comments saying that before I watched you, I gave up on wearing foundation, but when you said I could mix a little bit of my moisturizer with my foundation to make it lighter, less cakey, and let my real skin shine through, when I started doing that, I could wear foundation again. And some of you who tried this hadn't worn foundation in 20 years. Once a year I do a video on what I have to change when I put on my makeup. And one thing I was talking about was when I do the V, that because my eyes are so hooded, that's very hard for me to do. So I just shared with you what I do is I go along the brow bone, and then I do my V like this and then bring it down. So the V doesn't really involve the crease or my lid. The V involves swooping this up and then coming down. And I hope I haven't made a mess here, but you know what I'm saying. So the V is up, swooping up, and then kind of connecting it without going into that area. And then that still gives your eyes a lift. But what happens is when we put a lot of dark color in the corner there, because our eyes are so hooded, that it tends to always look not blended. And I find that to be the case, a lot. No matter how long I blend my shadow, because this area is hooded, it's going to oxidize in a different way, so it's going to appear unblended when I've spent 10 minutes blending it. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I just got done packing and I'm headed for Big Rapids in the morning. So I'm so excited for the birth of my new granddaughter. And so many things have just been swirling in my head. And whenever there is something brand new and wonderful in your life, for some reason it just represents to me like the life cycle. And I think about the times where I had to say goodbye to something or someone. And I don't know why I do this, but last year I said, I'm never going to spend the holidays alone. I'm just going to find someone and I'm going to settle down. And so I started dating this really nice man. And the last couple weeks, we parted ways and I had to say goodbye. And it's hard. It hurts. And then I think, well, maybe I shouldn't put myself out there. Maybe I shouldn't take chances, because who needs to get hurt? And then I'm thinking of myself like driving up to Big Rapids and holding my little granddaughter in my arms for the first time. And then being inspired being inspired to live the best life that I can. And, you know, not just for me, but for her. I want her to be proud of her grandma. So, yeah, I'm gonna put myself out there. I don't care if I get hurt. I want to live life to its fullest. And that means the good and the bad. That means the grief that we have when we say goodbye to someone that we love. And the amazing happiness and joy we have when we find a new person to love.
And I can't fit into my
Where are you?
And so I just
Are you there?
large t-shirt.
You want to say goodbye to the people? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We loved every second of it. Please have yourself a wonderful brand new week. Thank you for your messages and your well wishes for Quinn. And have a wonderful brand new week. And when you're done with your week, come find me and Desi, okay? Okay, it's a deal.